The unit assignment for arrays. What does that involve? Here, you're given a Java program using a simple dimensional array. Have a list of 10 numbers and fetch a value based on the index. You have a Java program to sort these numbers in ascending order using a bubble sort, and it gives you a list of numbers to search for. And then you have a Java program to find the value 45.3 from this list using the binary search method. Now I'm going to show you how to do all three, but actually you only have to do the first one. But I know most of you are probably going to do all three. Your single dimension array fetching a value you can find from sections A and B. Section D is what you're going to look for doing your bubble sort, and section E is what you would look for doing your binary search method. So the first exercise, you're trying to print out a value at a certain point. So you put your list up and you choose whatever values you want to choose. And you decide to choose a value at a certain point. So this particular case, I have 10 values, and I want to find the 8th value. The first value is going to be 0, right? So you're going to system print out the index 7 is at value. Index 7 value is something printed there. So that's what I'm going to do. So it will look like something like this. You might have another, call it something different. Alright, and you can probably use a different variable besides x, but yours should look something similar to this. So when I come to my command prompt, so I just change drive to my desktop, and then I compile my get it Java program. It'll tell you errors, okay, if you have any errors. If not, it'll just come up with the next C prompt. Then you just type in your Java, get it. You don't need to put in the .java. So it tells me that the index value is 81. All right. Now I also wanted to show you Corey's program in NetBeans here. Corey did his, I think on one of his programs, just to show you the difference. He did different numbers, and see, it's just a very simple program. All he's doing is he's putting out he's declaring some numbers, and then he's going to print out a value at some particular place, okay? I also wanted to show you how to do the other programs. Okay, the second program asks you to write a Java program to sort numbers in ascending order in a bubble sort, and they give you the numbers to use. Now they've got two examples of a bubble sort here on page 9 of section D. You can see one example here. And you see another example here on page 7. Actually, you could pretty much copy this program and just substitute in the numbers they want here, which is what I did. All I did was I used exactly the same thing they had. Only thing I did was I put in my numbers here. Of course, this is a little different, you know, just because you do things a little differently. But I tried to follow the format the same way they did as closely as I could, so I could show you guys how to do this. So now you'd bring up your command prompt and you just debug your program. If you had any errors, they'd show up and you'd fix them. And I'm just going to go run my Java program. So it takes the list and then it sorts them in ascending order. Now the only difference is that the second program was a descending order. So the only thing you would change in this to make it an ascending order is you change the J greater than L to J less than L. That's the only thing you do. Not really a big deal. Okay, but it gives some people problems. So let me show you the same thing in Javabeans. Once again, this is Corey's assignment, and I'm just doing it because it's the first one turned in. And you see it's a little bit different. He ran his in, he used Java utility arrays, which is something you would do when making your program. We don't do it because we just do it piecemeal, right? We're just doing a little class. So, but he's got, he imported his utilities, and so he just used sort numbers, which is a function that you can get from arrays. So you see, you can do it the same way. He's just used a function that comes with arrays. Okay, and your last program is a Java program to find the value 45.3 from this list using a binary search method. Okay, if you go and you use their search method here, if you run this program, it's not going to compile. Alright, so I'm not going to, that's one reason that I didn't send you to do this, because I don't want you guys to go crazy. But I'll show you a program that's been run. I just did a standard number search where you would have the user input these, alright? So you can see that instead of just putting it out there with a couple lines, I'll just let the user put it in right here. See that? And then you would just do a search on whatever the user did. So you can find this kind of a thing. All you have to do is you can Google Java binary search, and you can find a lot of examples of this kind of thing. So don't go crazy trying to compile a program that won't compile. It's not compiling. So if I run this program, this one is Java number search .java. So I'm just going to run it. Enter 10 numbers, so I'll just go So enter a number to search for. So I'll just put one in the list there. So I'll put 76 in. Click enter. It tells me that it's found at index 4. So see, that's a relatively simple program. The only thing that I did different from your example was that instead of putting in the list, I just put in some search functions for the user. That's all. Okay. But let me show you what Corey did. Once again, the only reason using Corey's examples is because he's the only student that's turned in this assignment so far. So we'll look at Corey's example here. So then he put in the set of values here. See, and then he used an array sort once again. And then he had it pull up the particular thing. Now, I'm not particularly, this is not a class in using a particular method that you find in the NetBeans. But you know what? That is fine if you know how to do that. I have no problem with that. But we're just doing a general generic sort, like I said, as they show you how to do in the program. Once again, I wanted to point out that you can see here that the only one I'm really requiring you to do is to do the first one. But I know some of you guys are real sharp. You're going to want to show me that you can do all three. I don't care. If you want to do all three, it's fine with me. But I just wanted to show you how they're done because, you know, this is something I think you ought to know. Talk to you later. Bye.